This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
OGM guys, OGM. It seems Spotify wants to embarrass uh embarrass me here. Well, thank you all for coming in. The space is about to start. Like a minute's time to start. So please make sure you share this space. The bottom right of your screen. Just share it. Make a tweet about it. Call your friends. Tag your loved ones. Um, because we are going to take a few moments to speak about the biggest thing that's coming up on Zero G this month or next year or Q1 2026. So make sure to share, to tag your friends. There'll be an alpha that will be shared at the end of the space that will most likely make your Christmas day worth celebrating. So just before we get started, just make sure to tag as many people as you can to join the space. And we'll be talking with HAiO, a music NFT project that is revolutionizing how AI and music. You just have to be here, man. You just have to be here. We'll start very very soon. Just using these last few moments to make sure that everybody tags as many people as they can. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining. I'll be starting in a while. Yeah, so OGM everybody, welcome to the space. Welcome to the space. My name is Adeyemi Samuel. I am a computer engineering student, a graduate from the University of Ilorin, Nigeria. I am also the what they call it, the SMM for Zero G Labs Africa. I go popularly by the alias Ray Sama, an artist on Web3. But for now, I'm Zero G Labs Africa. And with me here is a co-host, OG Hub. It's a one-stop page for every updates you need about Zero G Labs, everything that's going on, all the ecosystem projects that are being onboarded, every move Zero G Labs make, they are the first to get it on their page. So if you're trying to keep up with what Zero G is about, who they are building with, who they are partnering up with, definitely you have to give him a follow and make sure your notifications are turned on. So alongside me, the main guests for today are HAiO, HAiO, which is founded by the speaker Joel Roberts. Joel Roberts is the founder of HAiO and also the founder of Roberts Advisory Group LLC. So HAiO, they've been building something special for a while. I think because of Joe's passion on music and AI, it seems they found a way to integrate music into AI agents, which makes it stand out more, in the sense that you can use the particular set of AI agents to do almost anything on chain. And since Zero G is building to be the platform for the launch of majority of all AI agents on chain, like that's the goal of Zero G Labs, that they want to be a platform where all AI agents can come and launch, and have their own decentralized platform to launch their projects. So we'll just be having a brief discussion. We'll be having a brief discussion on what they're building, what their plans for their upcoming iNFT collection called iProducer. I'll pin it on the Jumbotron soon. We also have JellyJelly here. They are meant to, what they call it, where we are going to discuss a lot more on what they are building, the future of the projects on chain, and they will share us a bit of alpha, on their ongoing campaign, on what they call it, on how they are doing an ongoing campaign where anyone who trades the HAiO token for between now and December 23rd, they will be part of a raffle draw, and I'll also pin that on the Jumbotron. So before we go ahead, I don't know if my co-host has a bit of anything to say before we go ahead with the space. So yeah, thank you very much. Before we hear from the speakers, let's hear from our co-host.
Zero Jim, everyone. Can you hear me? I'm audible.
Yes, definitely you are.
All right. Zero Jim, everyone. Zero Jim to you, Zero G Africa. O'Kelly from the Orbs. It's good to have you all here, and it's going to be a fun space as we learn from each other and learn more things that we can do with music. I think when I saw Ew, I thought that how about we get some Africa random songs from the NFT? I don't know, maybe just being curious though, and just something interesting. But anyways, it's going to be a fun space, and welcome everyone. I just love the vibe of it. Yeah, welcome everyone to the space. As we're about to start, we're going to learn more. We're going to know more. I'm going to understand the main purpose on what is coming and things we can actually do, because now we can see that AI is going to an insane level right now, and even the AI agents are turning to something else that we are even more even, I mean, how can I say, it's like becoming more interesting, that a lot of things are becoming more easier for us these days because of the AI agent himself. But anyways, not to monologue too much, I'll give you the floor. COG Lab Up Africa.
Awesome. Uh, Before we go ahead, I would like to give a big shout out to everyone here, and also a big shout out to Sphinx. Sphinx is the community manager of the Zero G Lab Discord. So I will also invite him to co-host for us so that I can moderate the space. We'll hear a lot of bright minds, a whole lot of bright minds, because Joel is a very, very accomplished AI developer. He's been in the game for years. For what I saw, more than 6, 7 years he has been in the game. Him and I think there'll be a whole lot of things to say, but I will actually love to have Spinks to come on as co-host. Then we'll get started with with what they call it, with HAiO and Joel Roberts, so that he will just do a brief introduction of what HAiO is about. So thank you very much, everyone. Make sure you share the space, tag your friends to join in, because there's going to be a huge alpha that will be shared towards the end of the space. Yeah. So, Mr. Joel, you have the floor.
Sure, and hey guys, it's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Joel. I'm CEO of HAiO. It's great to be a part of this AMA. I have actually heard of the Zero G sort of this team, the Africa team, for a couple months now. I think I stumbled upon on your guys' Twitter, so it's cool to finally meet you and chat in person. I'll give you a quick intro of HAiO and what we're building and what exactly we do, and then of course, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me anything you want. So the quick intro is that HAiO is an AI music fi. We call it AI music fi because it's not just music you listen to or create, it's something you can earn money from as well. So essentially what we've done is we have built a self-sustaining economy where the AI generated music is utilized, it can be traded, and it continuously compounds in value over time. And within one platform, we actually have a network of AI agents that turn the music into a compounding asset layer. So first we have our music agent, and our music agent is the agent that's generating continuous full-length tracks. And we're actually generating about 1,000 songs per day, every day. And our music agent is doing it autonomously. And it's really cool because it's able to take data from other places in the platform, what people are listening to, what they like, what they don't like, things like that. And it works together with our other agents. So another agent we have is a playlist agent, and our playlist agent is building a 1 hour long playlist for our users. All you have to do is type in a text prompt, and within a couple seconds, you have an hour long playlist, any genre, any style, any feel of music. And similar to YouTube, if people like, comment, subscribe, share the content and the playlist that you're making, you get rewarded points, you get rewarded our token. So we're taking casual listeners and streamers into creators as well. Another agent we have is a live agent, and that runs location and time-aware music channels. It could be for venues, it could be streaming, it could be for you at your home or a party. And all you have to do is click play, and based on your location, the time of day, the weather, climate outside, it creates a unique playlist, a new stream of music for your environment, which is really cool. And then we have a new agent coming up on deck that's called the social agent, and that's essentially the distributor for the music that you're creating. So the music you're creating on HAiO, it's going to take it and it's going to share it across other channels, which of course brings more eyes and more engagement for your content, which in turn gives you more money. So all of these agents, they plug into NFTs and tokens for co-ownership. They go for rewards and membership. So we are combining and aligning creator, community, and platform incentives around the same music economy. So we're really excited for what we're building. And that's a quick intro. That's who we are, what we're building. Nice to meet everyone.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's really glad to hear you guys what you're building. I'm really, really impressed to hear that an AI agent can do 1,000 songs per day. That is incredible. I'm a human being that to even write, to even think of the song I want to sing, even if I know the song offhand, it's very, very difficult to do that on my own. And for you to see like AI agents doing it, and most of them will be very, very creative. They won't be repetitive. They won't have the same flow. They will have its own uniqueness to it. And you are doing this all autonomously. It's really glad to hear. I'm really glad to have you on the space. So without further ado, we would like to have Jelly Jelly. to speak and do a brief intro on what they are building, who they are, how they started. So the floor is yours, JellyJelly.
Hey everyone, I'm from JellyJelly. I'm the head of talent acquisition, marketing strategy, and collaborations. And we are a anti-brain rot social media application that was co-founded, or that was created by the co-founder of Venmo. So if you know Iqram Magdon-ismail, he's actually from Zimbabwe and moved to the US, for college. And you know, first startup ever had was Venmo. Since then, he's been an angel investor, working on a lot of different projects. But the second ever company that he started was JellyJelly, and that's with our main investors are from Slow Ventures, so Sam Lesson, and that's how we kind of got plugged into the Solana ecosystem. But basically, we want to integrate Web3 in a meaningful way. And, when we saw that Twitter was going to integrate crypto and then actually backed out at the last second last year, we realized there was a great opportunity for us to truly engage in this space in a way that was meaningful and, added value to our users. So that's kind of, our integration. We have the Jelly My Jelly meme coin, and our users can get tipped in that coin. So we have this concept of decentralized monetization where you don't have to have a massive following for you to be able to, be able to get meme coins as a creator. You don't have to have massive sponsorships. Any creator on our social media platform will be able to, have those benefits or send tips to friends. We are also kind of in this interesting intersection of new technology as well as this more like authentic old school vibe. So all of our content is made in the app, no edits, no filters, no bots, no, anything like that. Anything is just raw, 15, 60-second clips that are just off the cuff. It's, with the other social media platforms, people get kind of, anxious. They're like, it has to be perfect. And, they become afraid to post because they're afraid of, things not being exactly right. But here, kind of takes out that level of like insecurity and anxiety that people get from posting. Here, it's just people are just posting their real selves, behind the scenes, vlogging, a lot of Web3 creators, but also, people from all other parts of the internet. And it's nice. We have auto transcriptions, auto summaries, so you're using AI in a way that really benefits the social media experience without actually kind of taking it over. So that's been kind of our development. We just released a new version of our application to the App Store. So I'm going to share that in the chat. And if you are interested in actually downloading it, send us a link. We have a invite code only. We're about we have like 1.4 thousand downloads right now. We're still early stages, but we're developing it quickly. And yeah, right now we have a group of test users who are really pushing this thing forward. But we're constantly doing updates. So if you want to join in, we actually do have a lot of people from or we have some people from Africa who are joining this community. We have people from all over the world. It's pretty amazing to see the kind of global community that we're starting to build. But yeah, if you're interested and want to have access, shoot us a message and we can send you an invite code.
Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm so glad to hear this. Although, yeah, I will. When I was doing a bit of research, I looked through a page and I noticed that you guys are only available on iOS for now. Will there
Right,
be a
that's correct.
possibility? Yes. So I
So
was wondering.
right now, Iqram wants to focus on developing the iOS version to, kind of perfect it and work out any issues and enhancements that we want to do now before going on to the Android version. But, down the line, that will be something that we'll be working on.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much again, everybody, for joining in the space. I also like to request everyone should please share the space, tag their friends, because there's going to be a huge alpha that will be shared at the end of the space. Don't say I didn't tell you now. If you guys allow your friends to miss out on this, then you people are bad friends, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say that. But well, we are going to be talking about the future of iNFTs on Zero G Labs, and we have the founder of HAiO, an AI and what do you call it, an AI music AI agent platform. He will be giving us a gist. It's a space we'll be discussing. Everybody will learn. Everybody will, and possibly there will be something juicy at the end of the space. So I see Big Stan wants to say something. So before Big Stance will talk, I don't know if our co-host Sphinx has anything to say. If he has, maybe he can give me a reaction. If he doesn't, then we'll go to Big Stan.
Zero GM, everyone.
Yeah, Zero GM, Zero GM.
Yeah, so I just wanted to correct something before I start talking. You mentioned that I'm the community manager for Zero G. Yon is the community manager for Zero G. So I'm just a mod on Discord. So it's such a good atmosphere here, and I really enjoyed every bit of everything that the speakers that have spoken, everything that they've said. Huge shout out to Zero G Hub, the host, and every other person on this space. You all are wonderful people. So it's really nice to see the CEO of HAiO official and the brief introduction he gave us to the project. Such an amazing project, and um create some music autonomously, and then not only that, playlist agents up to like 1K songs per day, and then the live agents for music for the environment that you're currently in, like just makes music based on the environment that you are in, and then the social agent for sharing music created on various platforms. That's such an amazing thing. And then coupled with the fact that these agents have NFTs, and then it enables users and rewards for contributing through staking and participation in the AI-driven music ecosystem. That's really good. So I'm happy to be here, and then let's get the talking going. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sphinx. Thank you for clearing it out. I am so sorry. It seems Big Stan is really, really eager to say something. So let's just hear what Big Stan is going to say. So you have the floor for just like 2-3 minutes so that we can get started with the conversation.
Oh yeah, Zero GM, to every amazing people in the space. This is a very, very good space, and I'm, delighted to be in here. I've heard about, this amazing project, and I'm like, wow. I'm a video content creator, and I feel like project like this is something I really find interesting because I'm a guy of entertainment. I love entertainment, so project like this is something I really, love and will love to dive in. I might not be really good at DeFi, but when it comes to NFTs and music and dancing, entertainment, basically is something I really enjoy doing. And project like this is spectacular. So JellyJelly, I use iOS and will love to slide in your DMs, get this link, see how I can be part of what you're building, brother. Great stuff you guys got going. Joel as well, great projects you guys got going as well. So I'm seated to learn more, and yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. We're looking forward to doing great things together. For those who do not know, so we are Zero G. Zero G Labs is the biggest decentralized AI L1 ecosystem, and we're built as a platform to allow large-scale adoption of AI models on the blockchain. So we have an execution layer, that's the layer one. There's also a decentralized layer, storage layer for storing the AI models. This is just a brief introduction of what Zero G is about. And so before we get started on the interview, so if you have questions or if you want to speak, feel free to request. But before you request, please make sure to share and tag your friends. Do that now, like now, as I'm speaking with you now. Just do it now because they're going to share something huge towards the end of the space, and you guys do not want to miss it. I'm telling you the truth. If you win and your friends don't win, then you are a bad friend. Okay. So yeah. Then what they call it? So we have been building for more than 3 years now. The mainnet was around mid 2025. And Zero G is going to progress a whole lot more. The goal is long-term adoption of AI agents on the chain. So we have a whole lot of benefits. The transaction per second I think we're about almost reaching 10,000 TPS. We're at 2.5 around like 2 months ago. But now we have grown to a very, very significant standpoint. So now we can you can take a whole lot of transactions and a whole lot of interactions with the AI agents within few seconds, like killing the bottleneck, So there won't be a contestant for like a space to, run a transaction. Maybe you want to create a song and your song is now interrupting another person's song. That's not going to happen on Zero G. So now we're going to get into the panel discussion section. So I'll be calling Joel Roberts first, and I'll be asking a few questions. Then we'll be doing like a little bit of discussion back and forth, so that we all get to know what HAiO is about. So yeah, Joel, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So yes, tell us a bit about what HAiO is building. What was the story behind it? What was the motivation? And what problems are you trying to solve that drove you towards building the project? Thank you.
Sure. Well, we're solving a few different problems at the same time from a few different angles. So, if you think about it from the creator angle, I mentioned briefly in my opening, if you are, for example, a creator on YouTube, if you're using any sort of music, all of that revenue is going to the original copyright holder if you have music in your platform. But in our case, the music that we're generating on our platform is 100% AI made. So not only can you become a creator and earn money on our platform, you can use our music off our platform and then finally monetize the platforms that you're already on. So I think in these days, a lot of creators and people in general, if you're on a platform, you're just sort of consuming, you're not really doing anything else. And if you're trying to become a creator, it might take months. And then once you finally do become a creator, it's hard to really generate money and take off. So for us, it's so cool using music because music it's referred to as a modular asset. That means it's something that can be purchased and sold and resold and then bought again over and over and over again for many, many years across different mediums. So whether that's TV or music, commercials, movies, dramas, anything, it can get sold and resold. So it has a lot of value. The same way people buy and sell stocks or real estate, music has a lot of value in it. Every month you hear of different famous artists, whether it's Justin Bieber or whoever it is. Taylor Swift is another example. For hundreds of millions of dollars, they're selling their catalogs. So it's been a great and fun medium to work in. So that's just one angle. Another angle is the AI angle. And this is something like a pet peeve that I had with other different AI platforms. For example, if you're creating content or you're just you put in a prompt and it just sort of goes out into the world and you don't really capitalize on that. But on our platform, for example, even if you're just sort of searching for music to create a playlist or a song for yourself, it gets captured on our platform, but other people, while they get to enjoy and listen to what you're creating, you're also able to earn money off of that as well. So that's just two quick examples of the different problems that we're solving. The big picture future, though, is, to be able to own your own agent, which is a recent sort of problem that we've solved. We've made it possible to own your own agent. We've made it downloadable, scalable. And once you own your own agent, it's like having a business in a box, essentially. So as that catalog grows and the IP grows, you get to be a co-owner and owner of that IP as well. And you get to make money in perpetuity and as long as you want to. So those are three quick examples of different problems that we're solving.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I really love how you said that you give the users ownership of their agents, because I think it was around yesterday or 2 days ago. I saw a TikTok,
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
and they were speaking on how record labels make money from people who drop albums in the industry. They said that they give them like a overhead, like what do you call it? They give them money up ahead, like
In advance,
$250,000.
yeah.
Yes, in advance, exactly, like $250,000 before they make the album. Then after they make the album and release the album, the record label gets almost 85% of the revenue generated from that album, which is like insane. Maybe if the person does $1 million, then the record label will collect like $850,000. Then after that deduction, they will still collect money for the recording. They will still take money for the video that they made and all the expenses that they incur during that process of releasing that album. And after that, they will be left with like stipends. So in fact, some of them are even left with debt, and they'll have to keep on dropping albums over and over again to cover up that debt, which might not even eventually be covered up. So giving the user like ownership of their music, their AI agents is really, really, really good, and we really appreciate you for guys for doing that. And also, guys, fun fact: HAiO officially joined the Zero G ecosystem around September 23rd. I saw that in the LinkedIn, and they are going to launch an iNFT collection called iProducer. So that would be my follow-up question. So iProducer, just give us a brief intro of what it is. Then I'll ask you more questions about it later. So I don't know if you are willing to talk about that now.
Yeah, sure. I can give you a quick rundown. And as far as the collaboration and integration with Zero G, I guess it was announced in September, but we have been talking and planning and discussion with them for many months, maybe early summer. So we're finally, we're excited to release what we're calling the iProducer, which is an iNFT. And as far as I'm aware, we are probably the first to market with this sort of technology. I know there's several other projects that are sort of in the idea phase, but we built it as fast as possible. It was all hands on deck for all our developers and our team for many weeks. So essentially, we've embedded our music agent inside of the iNFT. So that means for the holder of the iNFT, the music agent is now downloadable, it's programmable, it's scalable. It's just like I said, it's a music business, a music factory in a box, essentially. So your personal agent, the songs that you're creating, it's attached, of course, to our platform. So any of the songs that you're generating, that you're listening to yourself, if it gets licensed through our platform, whether that's a gaming company, a drama, TV, whatever it is, you are now the owner of that piece of music and that IP, and you get the revenue from that IP. So a lot of people, when it comes to AI music, they don't realize just how much AI music is already being used and consumed on a daily basis. And these gaming companies, they need a lot of music. Same with a lot of these TV shows, they need music. So the music that you're already listening to, a lot of it is already being made by AI. You just didn't realize it. So that's what we call the iProducer. We are releasing different versions of the iProducer with each have a different personality. depending on in that whatever you want, essentially. So, of course, some producers create different sorts of genres, whether that's hip hop or K-pop or classical music, jazz, whatever it is that you're into. That's what your producer will be making, and of course, you enter a prompt to generate a song or a playlist that you want, and it goes ahead, it creates it for you, and then now you own that. So, as I mentioned before, we are already generating 1,000 songs per day on our platform alone, but obviously, once we release the iProducer, it's going to be skyrocketing the number of songs that people are producing. But now you get to own it, and you get to watch as your IP and your catalog grows. And it's like owning a real piece of asset, just like I mentioned before, just like stocks or real estate. And you never know, maybe your iProducer will create a top 100 song out there. Maybe your iProducer will create a song that gets used in a very popular movie or a drama or TV series. And that, of course, means more IP, more revenue for you. So, yeah, that's the iProducer. Very exciting.
Awesome, awesome. Lovely to hear that. I'll also follow up with a question, but before I do that, I would like, as I said earlier, I'll keep on repeating it until everybody listens. Please and please and please share the space. Share the space, tag your friends, because I'm telling you, the alpha that is going to drop at the end of this space, if you miss it, or if your friends should miss it because of you, I'm sorry, you're a bad friend. Okay, make sure you do that. So also, if you have any questions, feel free to request the microphone. Be brave, you're audacious. Request the microphone so that we can hear you, hear your opinions, and hear your questions. So yeah, follow up question. Joel, we saw on your LinkedIn that the HAiO team's aim is mass adoption from the fact that you started building HAiO with the Solana community. So as well as your goal of 1 million users. So how many users are currently on HAiO as at today? And what do you think the 1 million user do you think the 1 million user goal is still a reality?
Sure. So the last time I checked, we were at about 510,000. Probably, it's been a little while since I've checked, but so over 510,000 users on our platform. Just a little bit of background. We started building HAiO end of last year. We officially opened the site and launched in March of this year. And so in that amount of time, 6-7 months, 8 months now, yeah, we have grown over 500,000 users. So we still have that initial goal of 1 million users. Every time we have a new exchange listing, for example, when we listed on KuCoin the week before, we had about 350 users, 1,000 users or so. But with that exchange listing and a massive airdrop event, we had over 150,000 new users pile onto the platform very quickly. So with those sort of new exchange listings, new important feature listings, announcements, partnerships, we get a big sort of wave of interest to the platform. So I believe we could still see 1 million users within the next 2 or 3 months. I'm very confident because we have a lot of things planned in the roadmap as well. So I'm confident we'll see 1 million within the next 3 months.
Amazing, 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 amazing. To see that you guys are on 500,000 now. The last I documented, it was around 490 something thousand users. That was like, I think, some months ago. But congratulations on your listing on KuCoin. For those who don't know, they're also listed on Jupiter and on Radium. So if you are looking to like
and Mexi just a couple of weeks ago.
And Mexi. You can see how
Yes.
big this is, man. Congratulations to the HAiO team. You guys have gone so far in like a year and a half. So for those who have questions, okay. Type is want to speak. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
All right. It's actually nice being here, and thank you, Uji Africa, for hosting space like this. You understand? I think we need more of stuff like this. So where builders can actually talk about their products and all. So talking about Joe, I want to ask something. what was the turning point for HAiO? Like, what made you build this? I don't know. There are reasons why people build their products. People do it. Some people do it because other can do it, or some people do it because there's a problem they saw that needed fixing. Like, I think there's a story behind everything you're actually building. So I actually want to understand, why was this done?
Sure. Well, it's a long story. I'll give you the quick version. Me personally, a few years ago, I had an idea of music NFTs. At the time, I didn't have the team that I had now. It was just sort of an idea in my head. And I always said, well, if I had the opportunity, the time, the team to do it, I would certainly do it. So I was very fortunate that I met a co founder, a couple co founders that we have. With the experience and the developers and CTO as well, with the background in music, background in blockchain, background in AI, and sort of like the Avengers, we just had I just everything came together with the right team. So what you see today is certainly not what we necessarily envisioned at the very beginning. It started off as a very small concept of creating playlists specifically for YouTube creators, with copyright free music that could then be downloaded and purchased and sold. And at that time we just had a very simple idea of an AI streaming platform. But as we've grown, as we've learned more, as the technology has gotten better in the past year, 6 months ago, the quality of music we were creating isn't as good as it is now. And I assume 6 months from now, it won't be as good either. So it has evolved into what you see today. For example, the idea of taking a music agent and embedding it into an iNFT that allows users to hold it, own it, and then hold the IP, that asset themselves. This was just a sort of a random idea that we heard of months and months ago. But through trial and error and testing, we made it become a reality. So um, this was a small idea that has turned very big, and we are rolling with it. We're adapting. We're growing. We're expanding the technology, and I'm excited to see where we go from here.
Awesome, 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 awesome. We are really glad to have you, and you are like a very, very big motivation to rebuild us here. Congratulations on your listings in Mexi, in KuCoin, Jupiter Radium. Also, I just wanted to ask, this is not part of the questions in the list. Some of we here just joining in the space. Will it still be possible to get like white lists, for a few of us who are interested that didn't get the first, allocation I did. So I don't know if it's possible for some of them to get whitelisted. So,
So far, I think we've partnered with 10 community partners. We have opened up events for each of these. I think we've given away essentially over 500 the last time I checked of these iNFTs. We might be announcing something special for a sort of a last minute campaign as well, but you'll have to pay attention to our channels to catch that.
awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So yeah, thank you again. I wanted to ask, this one is like a side question, is not really relevant to music or INFTs. But I wanted to ask, who is the founder of Pending? Have you heard of Pending before? Pending.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're referring to my brother.
Ah, I knew it. I thought it was your brother. I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I just wanted like to have a brief, to just gather up my facts and conclude that okay, it might be his brother. Do you have any idea of what Pending is about? Maybe you can just like give us a little bit.
Well, pending I guess you found it on LinkedIn. You're referring to my twin brother, Noel. Yes, he runs Pending, which is an AI real estate marketplace, and also AI agents for real estate homeowners and sellers of their property, as well as agents to help them sell their homes. Yes, so I guess you found it on LinkedIn. Yes, I do have a twin, and yes, he is involved in AI and has his own startup, and he's doing very well in the US as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to find out. I thought it was like a cousin because you guys look really alike. Well, I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but I'm glad you're open to answering the question. Thank you again for you guys joining the space. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, JellyJelly. So I want to just do, the number right now I'm always doing. Please, if you are just joining, share the space and tag your friends. I am begging you now because if you win and your friends lose, then you are a bad friend. Okay, DeFi BNS, you have something to say.
Yeah. So GM to everyone, GM everyone. It's nice being here with you all. GM to the host, OG Labs, GM to the co-host, GM to the OG of Jelly, Joel, Timepiece. Let's say because of time, let me say GM to everyone once again. So I am DeFi BNS, a content writer, a space host, and I host Web3 events. Also, I am representing Aquest, one of the educational platform in Web3. So I'm one of their advocates. The brand whereby we host spaces on Wednesday. So why I joined this call? Because when I saw something related to OG Lab, because I have been like recently there was a time whereby I did research about OG Labs, so I was amazed by the them. Why I was able to do that was because there was this platform that I work with, the advocates, Aquest. So they partner with OG Labs, which was a writing contest, technical writing contest, which was opened from November 4 to December, from November 4th to November 30th. But unfortunately, because of the contest, people that submitted, it was low submission. They are not up to 10 submission, and then they are looking for to pick short list of 5 people. So people that something are not even up to 5. So now I now wrote a thread just to create more awareness about the writing contest. I don't know if I'm permitted to pin it on the Jumbotron so that you can check it out and engage in the thread contest. You have till on the 24th of November to submit your submission. So I don't know if the admin can permit you to pin it on the Jumbotron. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So you can check the
Can you
comments.
hear me? Sure, you can try
Okay.
and pin it, but I don't know the X
Thank
updates.
you.
I'm
So
looking for
I'll
how
put it
to
on
pin
double
it,
front.
so I can pin some of the posts from HAiO and JellyJelly as well. So I don't know if you can. If you can, go ahead.
Let me check on my end. Oh, so why be unable? Wait, I'm coming.
So while you're trying to do
So
that,
why
so you
do
can mute your mic. Don't worry. While you're trying to do that, I would like
I pinned
to.
it up for him.
Okay.
I just pinned it up for him. I guess it's the
okay?
part about why ZOG matters, right? Is it that post? I don't know if you can still hear me. I just
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
I can
this.
hear you.
It's not this. It's
okay.
not this.
Which
It's not this. It's on the comment section. Check the comment
all
section.
right,
You
all right,
see
all
it.
right.
Comment section. Details of the thread. I put it there. How they can get to engage, the rewards and everything. So they have till on 24th to submit. At least we are less than 5 that have engaged with the thread contest. So and they need short list of 5 people. So and they need more people to write on them, something like that. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. So you guys see there's an alpha. The trade contest 4 days to go, and you can win, big because Zero G is really looking towards supporting builders. There's an ongoing campaign called Guild 2.0 where they allocated $8 million for, to support, I think, I don't know how many, is a significant amount of builders though, interested in building AI agents that will fit in the Zero G Labs ecosystem. And also, they just recently invested like around $7 million on AI research to NTU, I think South Korea also. Yeah, so there's a lot of support here in this ecosystem. Okay, so carrying on. If you have any question, feel free to request for the microphone. So thank you very much, Joe, for your patience. Now we are going to expand more on the iProducer collection. And I wanted to ask if you could talk more on like the supply, the means price, utility, and maybe give us a means date. Just give us news that will make the Zero G Lab African community excited.
Sure. Well, the details that I can give you at this moment is that there will be 3,333 unique iProducers. As I mentioned before, each have their own personality, and each song you create with your iProducer, it gets turned into an on-chain asset. So I already spoke a lot about it. And if you visit our site, HAiO.fun, and click on the iProducer, you can get all the details. As far as the timing, to sort of keep the hype going, we will make an official announcement over the next few days. So early to mid next week, if you pay attention to our channels, we're going to give you the actual specific info in terms of the price of the iProducer, as well as the final mixing date. If you're listening to this and you already, have a, you've taken part in the whitelist, nothing has changed in that sense. You're going to get the final dates for early to mid next week, and we'll be able to let you know. We're just finishing a few last minute sort of touches. And then also from the Zero G side, the partnership side, we're finishing up a few last minute touches as well. Specific reason is we are, to make this exciting, we are launching our iProducer, along with Zero G's AI verse. So that means from day one, you will have a secondary marketplace where you will be able to sell and resell and purchase your iProducer as well. And that will be in collaboration with Zero G and their AI verse as well. And then you can expect a new AI verse 2.0 version coming up next year as well. So yeah, that's what we have for you on the iProducer.
So, man, thank you very much again. Thank you very much again. This is a lot of alpha. There's a lot of information that will get us excited. Thank you very much for speaking with us, Joel. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions for Joel, please, you might have to wait now to the end of this space, because now it's time to give JellyJelly the floor. Yes, we're going to give JellyJelly the floor, and he's going to just give a brief introduction on what JellyJelly is about. How long they've been building, just a brief touch up on their story and how they became where they are. So JellyJelly, you have the floor.
Yeah, so we started out, we pivoted a little bit. Initially, we were looking more at like micro podcasting. So initially focusing on those like AI transcription, AI summary for like content generation. We also have Jellyphone, which is an application um, of an offshoot of JellyJelly that allows for people to make content from video calls. So when you're like, let's say, calling a friend, or think something like FaceTime or any kind of live face-to-face recording, except you can click a button and it will actually clip instantly your conversation and make it into something that you can post. 15 to 60-second clips of your conversations. So we've kind of had this initial idea, and then kind of realized pretty quickly that we really need to create an ecosystem and community for us to really add value to the current social media landscape. And there's a lot missing, right? Current social media is really incentivizing doom scrolling and just content that isn't necessarily adding value to people. Platforms like TikTok incentivize watching the entire video all the way through over actually liking a video, and that leads to people watching videos that have unrelated hooks that just grab their attention but aren't necessarily making their experience better. So what we want to do is build a platform that is designed for our users to really enhance their social media experience bring really social interaction back to social media, instead of just parasocial relationships and doom scrolling. And then also on the creator side, allowing for that meme coin, element within social media so that creators can collect meme coins and then, bring in a level of like decentralized monetization through this, element in social media. There's been some ideas around changing social media, but I think we have kind of a unique perspective because we're really pairing these new technologies in AI in a way that's meaningful and is not completely taking over the experience. And things feel a lot more grounded in reality. And our users have, really responded positively to, having a product that gives all creators a fair shot. You don't have to spend any time on, clipping or any time on getting the right, edits down. Everything is just done instantly, super simple, and that's really just trying to optimize that user experience.
man. GM guys, can you guys hear me?
No, we can.
Okay, you can hear me. You can hear me.
Zero GM.
We think his network is breaking a bit, like lagging or something.
Yeah, I can notice that too. Sorry, I think I'm back now. Yeah, thank you very much, Jelly. Uh, thank you very much for the introduction. Sorry about the break in transmission. I don't know what happened. It just kind of happened. But yeah, I was going through your LinkedIn. Yes, and you made mention of there being like 1,000 to 1,005 users of your platform. And I was wondering, how would you promote your content amongst the general public? There are a lot of users on like TikTok and all that. They can get millions of views. Well, since your beta is like just like 1,005 percent, how would you be able to promote your videos in public, and also how would the creators be incentivized? So I don't know if that's something you're willing to answer.
Yeah. So right now we're still in the really early testing stages. This is just a limited access, so we're only having invite code allowed for people to really use the application, and this is allowing us to get a tight knit community that is, really building a unique ecosystem. What we see sometimes with social media is people try to scale a little bit too rapidly, and because we have a solid runway, we're not worried about that as much. We have some really amazing investors who are also content creators. So we have a very significant ecosystem, as well as we're operating out of the Solana office, and between Iqram and Sam Lessons networks, we're good on that side. We're really trying to work on, with this current iteration of, tight knit users, what changes can we make to optimize the experience before we, really explode. There's going to be potentially some more raising for future rounds, and this is just getting in at the ground floor. So if you're, as a creator, wanting to get in before things explode, now is kind of that time. And also it's very interesting because we have a very high value creator economy too, because a lot of our creators are founders themselves, are entrepreneurs. There's actually a lot of angel investors who we know or work with who are on the platform. There are also even like, for example, like Matt Hartman, who's one of the early investors in Hugging Face, is also, a creator on Jelly and is posting, a lot. And the nice thing too is we've integrated posting to Instagram, posting to TikTok. So in one click, you can reshare those jellies to other social media platforms. So, it's not just only a posting on Jelly, but you can repost and share elsewhere. And if you tag us, we can have the chance to potentially reshare some of your posts and kind of get that out there to the public. And right now it's still in this iteration phase of we're really just experimenting and seeing what are the ways that we can really optimize and enhance social media in just a new and fresh way. So we've actually put $0 into ad spend. We're intentionally just focusing on product development. And we've exploded on Twitter, we've exploded on Pump Fund, and there's been a lot of hype. But we're really focusing on that organic growth and trying to bring something meaningful to the experience of our users and to our collaborations. And this is just the very beginning. So if you want to kind of get in at the ground floor before things really explode on the platform itself, and you want to become an early creator, now is the chance.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you guys have heard it yourself from the mouth of the speaker himself. JellyJelly is the only place you can get to connect with founders, like right now, because majority of their users are founders. Because I'm also going through their LinkedIn, and they are just reposting founders, 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 founders. Do you know the
And
co-founder?
investors. Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
and
founders, a lot of
investors. So
investors, a lot of
exactly.
musicians.
So this is the opportunity that can change your life. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there, just putting it out there. You just before for those who are just joining the space, JellyJelly made mention that the founder of JellyJelly is also the co-founder of VENMO. VENMO. You guys, if you guys are very familiar, only those who live under a rock don't know what VENMO is. So this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Just saying, just saying. So yeah, thank you very much for answering the question. I just wanted to ask one more question. Now that I am not an iOS user. Me personally, I am not an iOS user. I don't really like the iOS everything. I feel it's a whole lot of stress to me. So personally, I love to use Samsung and Android and all. So now I'm going to be left out of this campaign. It's kind of sad if you look at it. Well, I
There's
don't
a
know.
there is a web version, or if you have Mac, you can also actually, yeah, I think connect through there as well. So there are some options. For the web version, I believe we still might have access to it. We've been more focusing on that iOS interface for now. And then again, we're in this early iteration stage. So like this is far from where we're going to end up. Every week we're actually pushing new updates and testing new things. So this is, early stage startup. We got seed funding from Slow Ventures, a little year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And now we are really just trying to build the product that we want to see for the future. Also, if you're not following us now, follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok. We reshare jellies and help share our creators spaces and other platforms. So if you want to become a creator, it's a very great group of people who are really motivated and are trying to build something meaningful.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very, very much. I'll ask two questions before I'll allow the audience to ask the questions of their own. So we realized that JellyJelly, you made mention of JellyJelly being a hit on Pump Fun. So I wanted you to explain a bit of the history of how you launched the JellyJelly token and what made it a hit. What were the factors that made it very, very popular among the Solana meme coin community? So I don't know if you could do a brief introduction on that and talk about that a bit.
Yeah. So our meme coin was a fair launch. It happened, almost a year ago. And this was something that, I actually was working on for a while where my background is in, economics and psychology and marketing. And I understood that there was this significant demand in the ecosystem for something like what we had for social media that would really integrate crypto, integrate meme coins in a way that would allow users to, send meme coins while interacting on social media. And when, Elon Musk bailed out of doing that on Twitter, on X, people were upset. And just seeing that kind of energy behind that demand showed to me that, wow, if we were able to do this and if the co-founder of Venmo was the one to launch this, there would be insane traction. And Iqram and Sam Lesson ended up kind of doing it timing wise, just kind of randomly. They didn't think about it too much. They were just doing it on a live stream on Twitter. I believe it was on the Spaces, and they just did a fair launch and just launched the coin, kind of put it out there, and it just instantly exploded. People, because Sam's connection to Solana, he was one of the early investors in Solana. Um, People were like, "Wait, is this real?" And then, people on the Solana side reposted Sam's post, being like, "Yeah, this is real," and it just went insane. We hit what $250 million market cap in like the first day. Um, just insane excitement once people realized that, hey, it's the co-founder of Venmo who's doing this. But our application is still in the early stages, and we've actually completely rebuilt it from then. There are some things that we want to fix, and we want to build something to scale, build something that like we can actually operationalize. And our coin is fully a meme coin, for fun. And I think having something that people can get like excited about, and that people find fun is important when we are building in this attention and creator economy. And I think it's resonated with a lot of people. We also have a mascot, Wobbles, and people actually made a meme coin of it after one of these random waves of excitement. And it was interesting. We, could have just rejected this meme coin that was copying our mascot, but we actually liked the inspiration coming from the community and collaborated with them. And now they're building something really cool. They're building a video game for our mascot and working on some NFTs. So it's a great community to.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.